And coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, here on FPW Championship Wrestling, Fatal 4-Way Ladies Wrestling, where every lady has 2 lives. So the person who scores 2 victories straight will be declared the winner. Erika Fisher to your left, Demi Hendricks, Tahani Delgosha, and at the far right, Jenna Jaguar. Let's go down to ringside for the action. I didn't even hear the bell ring. I must be deaf or something. Well, this crowd is definitely on their feet for Demi Hendricks. We haven't seen her compete in a long while, and she's in for a hell of a treat because she's going to be in the ring with 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 ladies of LCW, and Tahani Delgosha making her entrance here, second competitor in this everybody gets 2 lives each match. Now that's essentially a best 2 out of 3 falls match, but there's 4 ladies in this match, and you gotta beat one of them at least twice. Or the first to 2 points wins. I wish this was actually a 2 lives each kind of thing. But anyway, because Tahani can get pinned like 3 times. So it doesn't matter how many times you get pinned, as long as you earn yourself 2 points, you're good. And there's the ladies champion, Erika Fisher, competitor number 3. Tinfoil. And our final competitor for the Fatal 4-Way match is Jenna Jaguar, who I just learned the hard way and probably the last one to know. She is no longer with Goblin, ladies and gentlemen. No longer with Goblin. Reasons yet unknown for me, I guess, and some other people probably who like to know or care. Which comes as a shock because I mean you're with somebody 6 months in, get Pregos, have a little girl, and then all of a sudden it's like, let's just call it quits for, again, reasons unknown. But as far as I'm concerned, Goblin still wrestles with us, and he will be participating in the 40-man Battle Royale, aka the War of Champions, on the 20th. So that should be fun, and here we go, fans. When it's supposed to be blonde, it's green. When it's supposed to be black, it's gray. Hey, they all went for the same idea. Stack them up. Oh, nice maneuver by Jenna Jaguar, piling up the opponents in the corners. So, Julia, in case you've missed it, this is a best 2 out of 3 falls match, which means that one of the 4 lovely ladies here have to earn 2 points during the match. So Fisher, Delgosha, Jaguar, and Hendricks can pin anyone or force anyone into submission just as long as they've earned themselves 2 points. So whoever scores 2 points will be declared the winner. So, Julia, it's good to see you. It's nice to see you. How are things at home?
Oh, you know, pretty good. Vaccines seem to be doing a difference because things are opening up again. I was finally able to go out to a restaurant, actually, because their patios are open. Now indoor dining is open. By the time, there's only patios that are open, and we went to an Italian restaurant, me and my boyfriend and his dad. So.
Oh, lovely.
Well, yeah, well, with COVID, haven't been able to see much of his family since they are, a bit older. They live in a home, so, they want to protect the vulnerable, of course, so.
Makes perfect sense.
It's nice to see my boyfriend's family since I haven't seen too much of them. I've been seeing a bit more of them, so it's nice. How about you, Johnny?
Well, speaking of vaccines and whatnot, my parents actually got their second vaccine. You mentioned the elderly. I believe that most elderly people now have received their second dosages, so that's great. Which means that the second one is coming our way for the younger and the essential workers as well. Because that's the gig right now. They want, by they I mean like the world, wants the general population to be vaccinated completely before fall kicks in, which is, we're not even in the summer yet.
Oh, we're getting into summer. I mean, hell, today was a scorcher. I felt like I was inside of an oven.
Oh.
Like, it was over 40 degrees for sure with the humidex.
Well, the drive over here was just fantastic, and I say God bless the man who invented air conditioning. Because yes. I would have died in my oven of a car. It's funny. In the winter, it's an icebox.
Yeah.
In the summer, it's an oven.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
I was able to plant a few items in the garden, in the backyard. Chives, mint chocolate leaves.
My grandma has some of those.
Get out of here! No, seriously, I want you to stay, Julia. Please don't leave me. I'm so lonely.
What's your name, girl?
Sorry, honey.
Well, why did you tell me like she works a lot? She's a nurse. I think
yeah, works for the general hospital. I mean, the way things are in hospitals is just I don't know, unforgiving, I suppose.
Well, ever since COVID started, it must have been like crazy.
Well, you gotta handle your patients with like compassion. You gotta treat them like they're like everybody else, but more importantly, treat them like people. These are lives. These are mothers. These are daughters. These are grandmothers, great grandmothers, sisters, aunts, brothers, sons, nephews, cousins, former roommates. You name it. And those are people.
Yeah, they're real people.
Exactly, with
they're
real.
Not just numbers.
Exactly, these are real people with real problems, and you need to fix them real quickly. poking out of the woodwork,
Oh.
I believe it's the majestic beast known as Winston the Cat.
He's just grooming himself, preparing himself for his entrance. Hello, Winston.
Come on, bud. Do I have to get a bottle cap for you? I mean it.
Oh, big stretch.
A big stretch before Winston can make his triumphant way into the broadcast table to watch these dazzling divas do their thing. And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, on Sunday, June 20th, Fajas Day, it's gonna be one for the ages when FPW and Circle K presents War of Champions. Erika Fisher and Tahani Delgosha will go head to head for the LPW World Crown. It's on the line for these ladies, Julia.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a big moment. You know, will Erika Fisher remain champion, or will Tahani Delgosha
Reign supreme.
reign supreme? Now, this might be a rumor, but I've heard that Tahani recently got injured.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And-
Go ahead. Sorry. Go on. Go on,
Oh, and
Julia.
I've heard that actually, Erika Fisher, despite, you know, Tahani beating her up earlier this year, she actually took pity on Tahani and decided to help her rehabilitate and train. So they're still rivals, but
You might think there's some kind of teamwork between Delgosha and Fisher.
well, this might just be my prediction, but I think that Erika Fisher might, you know, take her, try to convert her to the good side, you know, just like Luke tried to convert Darth Vader to the...
At the end of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, except in this case, you know, Tahani is still young and very fit, and, you know, he's not gonna die in Erika's arms.
I don't think so. We still don't know who the suspect is.
Yeah.
There is a photo out there right now, and we'll present to you with actual footage of what just happened. We only catch the tail end. We don't have proper surveillance because apparently some of the footage was damaged. I'm glad, Julia, you brought this up because this happened not long ago, and I am actually surprised that Tahani was even able to compete because it was supposed to be just a triple threat match between Fisher, Hendricks, and Jaguar. But because Tahani's here, and hey, it looks as though that she is 100%.
Yeah, so I guess,
Either she's not hurt that bad or she's just covering it. A lot of women tend to cover the pain that they deal with every day. Back pain from their breasts. And like, you know, other things that...
you know, menstrual cramps.
Exactly.
Like, anything, really.
So if Tahani is really hurt, maybe she's not 100% mentally. And she has to be... Oh no! Did I just psych her out? We got 1 point for Demi Hendricks. If she scores one more point against anyone, the match is over. I don't know what that means, but I smell a potential new opponent down the road for the LCW World Championship. Anyways, so as I mentioned, hopefully I don't psych Tahani again, but maybe she's not 100% mentally. I think what happened was someone backstage that was still, you know, quote unquote at the office has a problem with Tahani and made an example, leaving no traces behind, creating this, and unsolved mystery. Who struck Tahani? Was it in fact Erika Fisher? Or was it possibly one of the MMA fighters, Gina Carano, whom, by the way, has not been on television. Okay, I'm sorry. I could have sworn that Fisher tapped out, and that wasn't even counted. Uh-oh. Break up the submission hold. There you go. Erika believed she had tapped out from Delgosha, but it doesn't count. It didn't even count. But so Jenna's got 1 point. Demi Hendricks has a point, and Delgosha's supposed to have another point, but that was delayed. That was denied. We need to have 2 referees in this matchup, seriously. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw with my own 2 blue eyes. Oh, nice backslide driver. Oh, only a 2 count. Wow. Yes, so Gina Carano could be another suspect, a possibility, because she's been off screen, not only in FPW, but she's been fired from The Mandalorian for making a racial comment of some kind.
Yeah.
Could it be that Gina just slithered her way like a serpent and struck Delgosha? I have no idea. We can only suspect. We can only make theories. But Erika did find her, helped her on her feet. So it couldn't be Fisher. Just couldn't be. We'll find out, fans. Don't you worry. Hopefully by the 20th, Tahani will be 125.25% ready. So meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, to keep you up to date, Demi's got the first point. Jenna has a second point, or 1 point as well. So they're both tied. One of those must earn another point, and the whole match will be over. Tahani was supposed to get a point for forcing Erika to submit, but that got denied, which is frustrating because technically we did see a tap out. I saw a tap out. So we'll just have to wait and see what will happen. Oh my, submission! Look at the leg being bent and contorted. Abominable stretch. At this stage of the game, you don't want Demi Hendricks to win. Look at Fisher. Beautiful bridge, German suplex, and Demi had to F the sauce.
Yeah.
Damnation.
Is Demi Hendricks supposed to be a female version of Jimi Hendrix?
Word around the old campfire is that it's a blood relative of Jimmy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That almost sounds the same.
Well, she comes out to Voodoo Child. But it's a different version of Voodoo Child, so I think that it might be his great-granddaughter.
Ah, yes. That's possible.
22 years young. 22 years young, and look at... Oh, beautiful jackhammer! Are you kidding me? 2 count! Oh! Wow! Tradal, if you're watching this, which that's essentially Scott Towels, I want you to make a comment of this. I haven't seen Tradal on YouTube for quite some time. I hope he's okay. Wait a second! Hold the pickles and hold the lettuce! Jenna Jaguar scored 2 falls first. She scores 2 points. She wins the contest. That, my friends, is not really an upset, but it's definitely a surprising victory. That means that Jenna Jaguar will definitely, at some point down the line, will compete for the LCW World title. But until then, until then, what is Winston doing?
He's trying to go into
Oh, okay, I guess he got his head out of it. I was gonna grab the camera and film that, but forget it. Jenna Jaguar, victorious tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in this 4-way, 2 out of 3 falls match. And she may actually be the next contender for the LCW World Champion. Julie, what are you gonna say about that?
Well, that's exciting, you know. So we've seen Jenna Jaguar and some stuff, and it'd be like really exciting to see her actually in some of the, I guess, the higher levels of competing.
By higher level, you mean like being the #1 ranked superstar?
Or at least being a contender.
Oh, well.
Instead of just being, you know, like a random.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are so many wrestlers in this company. It's hard to track, but at least we take the time and we consider all the awesome wrestlers for what they can do. And speaking of awesome wrestlers, standing by right now with our senior correspondent Rick Rocker is the Samoan submission machine and the man who lost the NXT Championship not by pinfall and not by submission. I'm talking about Samoa Joe, one of the free agents that left WWE. Rick, the floor is yours.